I don't usually like to do videos like this because it's what I call news porn. It has no significant value, it's just something to talk about that really doesn't mean anything, and that's the typical shit you find on Reddit. Reddit is a liberal cesspool that doesn't want to actually cause any significant changes in the political system. They simply want to tout the horn of the particular gang of the day. And the particular gang of the day is gay pride. Apparently Jim Henson Company has come out against Chick-Fil-A for opposing gay marriage. As if that's a big surprise, because Chick-Fil-A, as I said before, has always been a proud Christian company. What the fuck did you expect? And isn't this ironic, coming from the same company that said that Bert and Ernie are nothing more than friends? I would have argued that they're brothers and that they're teaching what it's like to have to deal with a family member who you argue with, but at the end of the day love and cherish, etc. Little brothers can be annoying. However, no, they couldn't just say that. They're just leaving it open for interpretation so people can write scat fanfics about Bert and Ernie or what the fuck ever. As a communist, I'm torn between this issue. And it has nothing to do with gay rights. I don't give a fuck about gay rights. Gay rights don't exist because gays are not a people. It's a verb. It's an action. You either commit gay sex or you don't. What this comes down to is the institution of marriage. I don't believe in marriage at all. If you ask me, the entire institution should be destroyed. Now, will allowing gays to marry destroy this institution, or will it only make it that much worse? That's the issue here. The issue here is involving gays in the marriage institution. Would that only further, solidify it? Because the entire marriage institution is one bourgeoisie mess. I mean, you know how many frickin' millions and billions they make on weddings? Wedding cakes, wedding ceremonies, wedding gifts, setting up big, huge weddings and things like that, the divorce courts, everything. It's about the circulation of money. So no, I want nothing to do with that. And just involving gays in that, I would imagine, would make it all that much worse. But at the same time, it would completely change how we view the social demographic of marriage. Right now, it's pretty solid in that when a man and woman gets married, we always sympathize with the woman in a divorce scenario. And it's usually the woman that pressures men into getting married. This would change drastically in a situation where it's two men or two women, and from there you cannot claim to just stop it from there. As much as people say, oh, that's a slippery slope argument, it's going to come up. Why is it two gay men or two gay women can get married, but then you can't have polygamous relationships? You can't get married to your dog. You can't get married to a fucking blow-up doll. And trust me, there are plenty of weeboos out there that probably would, because they could never actually meet somebody. So these are very legitimate concerns. And how is the legal system going to handle all of that? Can the legal system handle all of that? And that's the real issue. So, to just write this off as simply Chick-Fil-A is homophobic, or, you're gonna raise your fist in pride over fucking supporting gays, don't be ridiculous. No issue is ever that simple. And for you to just label it as such only proves that you have nefarious purposes in mind. You're conspiring, you're just a fiend. And, I really don't care what people's particular opinions on gays are. It just comes down to the fact that I know one way or another this is going to benefit big business. I mean, let's face it, Chick-Fil-A compared to the likes of Jim Henson Company, Oreos, I should say Nabisco, things like that, they pale in comparison. There's no way you can compare Chick-Fil-A to the likes of Jim Henson and Nabisco. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So who are we really defending here? Are we defending the big rich tycoons? I thought we were the 99 fucking percent. If we're the 99%, we shouldn't be worrying about gays' rights. We should be worrying about all of our rights. Like the freedom of speech to be able to say things against gay pride, or the freedom of speech to even say something for gay pride. Just freedom of speech in general. But we don't really have that, especially on the internet. So maybe you need to get your priorities in order. And another question would be, how are the workers treated in these environments? How does Chick-Fil-A treat their employees? How does Jim Henson Company treat their employees? How does Nabisco Company treat their employees? That's the thing I worry about. Workers' rights and civil rights. Not particular groups' rights, gay rights, women's rights, things like that. Indeed, while in modern society, in any society, there are groups of people discriminated against, it only furthers that problem when you distinguish groups, when you make groups out of nothing. The fact is, there's always going to be bigotry. Well, maybe not always, but for a long ways ahead. There is a long road ahead of, fighting that class war between different races and different religions and different people in general. But you're not going to solve that problem by simply bringing more into that, by simply creating new types of people, as of distinguishing gay people from any other person, just simply because he chooses to have gay sex. And that's the issue here. Why does you having gay sex make you somehow a different person, requiring, us to validate you as a different person? If you want to truly be seen as equal, then shut the fuck up. Because there is no difference between you and somebody else other than who you're fucking. And as I said, that's a verb, not a noun. If I was to act like the gay pride people, the LGBT, GLAAD, things like that, it would be as smokers' rights. Yes, I smoke. There are many regulations against smoking. Therefore, everybody is smoke-phobic. Anyone who's ever endorsed tobacco tax, anyone who's ever endorsed, sanctions where people can't smoke in public buildings or around children and preschools and things, is smoke-phobic. I believe people are far more smoke-phobic than homophobic. You would never get away with saying that people could not be homosexual in preschools and libraries. If a man kisses another man in front of a child, you just deal with it. But if I smoke in front of a child, suddenly I'm a danger to society. Suddenly I'm exposing that child to poisons. And I could argue that a man kissing another man is exposing them to mental poisons. That it is, confusing their young minds and corrupting it and tainting it. And of course, if I said that, they would call me homophobic. But if I say that I have just as much of a right to smoke in front of a child as I do to kiss another man in front of a child, suddenly there's a difference. No. It comes down to how detrimental is the the verb, not a noun. The fact is, I'm choosing to smoke, and that's an action. I am smoking. You are having homosexual sex or having homosexual relationships. That does not make you a homosexual. That does not make me a smoker. I am not defined by what I do, but my actions have consequences. My actions have legal ramifications sometimes. So, how are you not distinguishing that? How are you not drawing that conclusion? And you know what it is? It's the fact that the bourgeoisie control the language. They control how we argue these issues. They control the debate. And when you control the debate, there is no debate. There is no discourse. There is no opposition. There is no democracy, no process. It's simply a monopoly. It's simply force. It's simply one group of people overpowering another group of people. And that's not the way we should be doing things. But in the West, that is the norm. That is the highest value, is to do that all the freaking time. So, that's really all I have to say here, is that I'm not going to worry either which way, and most likely Chick-Fil-A will probably back down as more and more they get pressured to adhere to the gay mafia. Eventually they'll just shut up about gays, or even start claiming that they're pro-gay. That way people start buying Chick-Fil-A more, and things like that. And it's just ridiculous. That's the norm in America, where you're coerced into thinking just like everybody else, where even if you deviate just a little, you are ostracized. And this is supposedly coming from the, fair-minded, progressive types that just want everyone to be equal and get along, and we want everyone to have equal rights. You want everyone to have equal rights? Fight for fucking rights. Fight for the right to do something, not for certain people to be defined by what they do. So, I guess that's all I have to say.